let's do a recap of chapter 8.
All right.
So we have 3 scenarios of back-to-back actions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when we tacked a kana onto a present tense, what translation did we end up with?
Used to or was doing.
Yeah, used to or was doing. So kana plus a present tense action sentence translates as used to or was doing. Kada was a little bit different than kana, because remember with kana, it was always the past tense version of kana tacking onto a present tense action sentence. Right, with kada, we saw both kada, the past tense version, right, or yakadu, the present tense version, attaching to a present tense sentence.
Yeah.
Right, so when it was the past tense version, kada, attaching to a present tense sentence, how did we translate it?
So the tense of kada affected the tense of the action in translation, so we translated it as almost did.
Right, almost did, right, because kada is past tense and did is past tense, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how we translate it. And then when we had yakadu, the present tense, how did we translate it?
Same thing, so yakadu affected the tense of the action in translation, so almost does.
Right, almost does. So does would be present tense because yakadu is present tense. So that takes care of scenarios 1 and 2. And then the last one we saw was an action plus an action. So when you see 2 actions in the same sentence, what we
called state of being.
Right, and can you tell me a bit about state of being?
So, state of being, there are 2 actions in one sentence. The first action tells us what was happening, and the second action tells us how it was happening.
Exactly.
And the second action will translate with ly, ing, or while.
Right, so the first action tells us what was happening, second action tells us how it was happening, or in other words, the state of being, right? So the second action was the state of being, and we would translate the second action as ly, or while, or ing. Is that clear?
Yep.
And then the last thing we looked at was kana, right? We looked at kana again, but this time outside of the back-to-back structure, right? So we saw that kana can come in a normal action sentence.
Yeah.
And meaning it won't have another action coming after it. And how did it translate there?
So it just translates as was.
Exactly. It just translates as was, and it has a normal doer and receiver.
Yeah. And you translate it in the same sequence as a normal. It's just a normal action sentence.
Exactly. You start with your doer, then you translate your action was, and then your receiver.
Yeah.
Clear on back-to-back actions?
Yep.